So picture this. You get an incredible opportunity, a job interview, a presentation, a part in the big show, and you practice and you prepare, you're locked in and you're confident. And then, once your big break finally happens, you blow it. This has happened to me, and honestly, it's taught me more about magic than any standing ovation ever could. What's up, fam? It's your favorite neighborhood magic editor, Dremagix, magician, storyteller, and as you all know, someone who's very familiar with the art of failure. Over the years, I've had some amazing shows, and today we're diving into a not so amazing one. But it's okay, because sometimes the moments we all fall flat are the moments that teach us how to get up and rise stronger. Let's jump into the story of the first time I bombed a show, what it taught me about magic, life, and why I never get stage fright ever again. Okay, so here's what happened. It's like my first year learning magic and starting to perform. And I don't know how it got out to my friend group, but one of my friends wanted to hire me and a buddy of mine to do their Christmas show for their sorority. Okay, so we get booked for this gig, right? And I find a trick that I've always loved and I found on YouTube, and I watched it and I found the method, and I bought all the props and I practiced for about 3 weeks for this gig. And some of you magicians know that it takes like years to figure out a routine and get it to where it's where you want it. And the trick is simple. You produce a coin and you drop it in a bucket, and the audience hears the sound of the bucket, the coin falling in, and you just keep producing coins out of nowhere. So it's like infinite coins into this bucket, right? So we get there and we start setting up, and it's in a college, it's on a college campus, but it's not in a room like an auditorium or a stage. It's actually the quad, right? And if you're a performer or you've been to outdoor shows, you kind of know the hardest shows to play are these outdoor venues that are open air. Because if you have something to say, if your act relies on you speaking or sound, i.e. a coin falling in a bucket, the sound will travel up and not out. So the audience won't really hear what you're saying unless there's a microphone or like any amplification system. I don't know, I'm using big words. Like a mic, right? So I'm doing my trick and I'm producing all these coins. And then I look up and there's like 2,000 people standing in the back, and no one can hear the sound of the coin falling in the bucket, which is a problem because the entire trick relies on the sound of the coin falling in the bucket. So what the audience just sees is me producing a coin over and over again, which is still kind of magic, but also imagine producing a coin and standing probably like 30 feet away. I have no depth perception when it comes to that magnitude, but like 30 feet away producing a quarter or a $50 coin doesn't look too good. So the audience essentially sees me just do this. I say thank you. If you want to see more magic, we'll be in the back doing close-up. No one shows up. It was probably one of the loneliest times in my magic career. I bombed. So what went wrong? First off, I wasn't prepared for that kind of audience. The trick I did, I've only seen through a computer or a phone or a TV, something on a screen. I didn't realize it would play like that in front of that audience in an open air stage situation. And also, I didn't have the experience to mic the props. Put a microphone right there, it would have been so much better. You know what? I remember that day. There was a moment during my act where I thought about quitting. Like in the middle, just, hey, this doesn't have to be my thing. I'm new enough. I could quit. I can do something else for the rest of my life. But I didn't do that. And, I don't know, just chalk it up to not quitting or being stubborn, or maybe it was actual passion that day. And luckily, I didn't quit because now I was able to find a home in this really cool art form that I love. Bombing that show was probably one of the best things that could ever happen to me in my magic career. I mean, it taught me that failure wasn't the end, right? It's kind of just like a lesson in disguise. I learned how to read the room better and pick the effects that would match the audience and the venue I'm performing in. And now that I've had that experience, I'm not scared of bombing or failing on stage ever again, because nothing could actually be worse than that day. I also realized that magic, like life, isn't about perfection. It's about connecting with someone. I mean, we do these tricks, and even if you're not a magician, you're a performer, but you want to connect with your audience and you want to give them a really cool experience. And if you fail, at least you get a cool story out of it. So if you've ever bombed on stage, at work, or anywhere else, remember this: it's not failure, it's feedback. Take the lessons you learned, laugh it off, and come back stronger. Because sometimes the best magic happens in moments where you don't expect. So now I want to hear from you. What's the time you completely bombed at something? Share your stories down in the comments because, hey, we've all been there. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and follow me for more stories, lessons, and probably a lot more bloopers along the way. Spread love, make magic.